I love DPs. Like double penetration.
Some double penetration.
Double penetration on your own with some solo play.
Hello, and welcome to the Double Penetration Podcast. Here are your hosts, Creep and Steel.
Woo! You got one sleepy creep and one enthusiastic as fuck, Mr. Kris Steel, bringing you Double Penetration Podcast, boo-boos. Volume, episode 56. You know, whatever you want to say, call it, whatever you want to call it.
I'm busy doing karate moves.
I thought I was gonna get like chopped.
Hiya!
They're very aggressive, guys.
I'm very aggressive today. Chopping things up because I got a bellyache.
Like, like I'm scared.
Oh boy. Good thing we didn't plan on recording this earlier because it would have been I would have been missing quite often. I would have disappeared because my belly has just been a rumbly tumbly fucking mess today.
I was thinking about it too. I'm like, okay, if he leaves, I'm just gonna laugh hysterically by myself for like 30 minutes. Like that's all that's gonna happen. I'm ready for that.
It probably would be close to 30 minutes because I spend some time on the bowl.
Always?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in and out. I'm like, if I'm in there longer than like a minute and a half, like something's wrong.
Nah, I'm what you call a slow shitter, unless unless it's evacuating very fastly because of a bit of an illness. But no, I kind of take my time. My stomach may still hurt, so it's like, why clean everything up and then get my pants back on, only to have to come back down to this fucking bathroom again 5 minutes later.
I get that. I like to think of myself as a professional shitter.
See, I'm not the public type of shitter you are. You can just be in and out quick from past stories that you've told.
I mean, I don't go in public. Just that one horrifying experience in my life.
I thought you did.
Hell no, I'm terrified of poop in public.
Oh.
I just had to. Let me tell you. I just went to oh, wow. Guys, I have not slept. So, like, words are hard. And there's something in my fucking eye. And, like, I almost lost my eyeball one time, so I get mad weird about that shit.
Almost lost my eyeball.
But like, bro, I went to get my hair done the other day, right? It's a 3-hour drive to get my fucking hair done one way, right?
Uh-huh.
So on the way home, all of a fucking sudden, I'm like literally gonna shit my pants. Like the fact that I didn't shit my pants, like, was a miracle. And I like had to stop at a gas station, and it was like the most terrifying experience of my life because I walk in and one of the bitches that works there is like cleaning the fucking bathroom, right? And she looks at me like she knew, like she could smell that poop fear like just radiating off of me, and she dead ass stares me in the eyes, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do this. But like that was my only opportunity, and it was real stressful. And she stayed in there the whole time.
Oh, so she got to hear the mess too?
Oh man, I waited. Like I clenched so fucking hard until somebody like flushed or like slammed a door or something, and then I just like push real quick and then like clench. Like it was a whole experience.
Just evacuating a mess of poo.
It was a whole experience.
Oh man, what kind of sexy talk are we talking today? Holy smokes.
First of all, everybody knows I'm trash. I feel like they know that. If you don't know that, hi, I'm trash, and you can find all my trash porn that's actually super fucking hot on CreepQueen.com, and follow me on Twitter at CreepXQueen.
Excellent.
That was good, right?
Yeah.
I'm really trying today.
Oh, you said you're a bit delusional from the lack of sleep time.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like all over the place.
Yeah, I'm battling a bit of an upper respiratory infection, a bit of an earache, and all of a sudden stomach issues. And you know what? You can find me and all my fun stuff at Mr. Kris Steel on Twitter. That's MrKrisSteel. Be warned, a whole lot of screen caps of Anthem are on their way. At least for, because, to turn this into a video game podcast real quick, I've been excited for Anthem for so very long, so, it's a dope-ass game. I was playing it just before we recorded. That's why I was like, yeah, I might be a little bit late. I was finishing a mission.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I don't want to lose all my XP. Fuck that.
The truth comes out, guys.
I wasn't shitting. I was playing Anthem. But earlier I was. And let us not forget our...
You're like, yeah, I got to shit. And you just like walk away. I just hear like video games for like 20 minutes.
You hear explosions and shit.
Oh, sorry about
But
our
no shit.
friends. Who are our friends? We have friends?
Yes, our friends from Demon Seed Radio Network here at 8 p.m. Saturday nights.
Woo woo!
Get that out of the way.
Get that out of the way.
Because I always
Oh,
forget.
good. I know. We'll be like halfway through and we'll be like, we're on Demon Seed Radio Network.
I mean, I know they want us to do it at the top, and I try to remember. And I used to have notes that I would like stick up all over like my office area for things like show stuff and how I would want to read the plug so it would be professional. And it's just like I don't want to have to print new stuff up anymore.
I'm a notes ass bitch.
I really should probably invest in like Post-its just so I can like have like little things to say, hey, don't forget about DSR. That's Demon Seed Radio for those that don't know acronyms.
I was like, now we're talking cameras?
No, that's DSLR.
I'm like, the fuck, bro?
I really would like a badass camera someday. Because
me too.
I really like taking pictures with my fucking iPhone, but I mean it's just not cutting the mustard.
Yeah, I want a really nice camera too.
So
but I don't really want to spend $1,000
Yeah,
or more
fuck no.
on a camera.
Yeah, I thought about breaking into some houses looking for one, and that's illegal. And
It is.
Yeah, I don't want to do no more B&Es. Not that I've ever done one. Allegedly. I've done some other things.
I've done some, but like when nobody lived there, when it was like being built, we'd like all break in and shit.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
think
all
everybody
kids did that.
Yeah, my family had owned a whole bunch of property and they had sold it, and so people could build houses on it. And I remember they were building houses, and we were kind of like, after the construction people left, we were walking through all this new construction, and my dickhead brother decided to spill a whole bunch of gasoline on him, and he got sick and didn't have to go to school the next day. And I remember being really mad that I had to go to school. Yeah, because he's busy fucking huffing gasoline.
What? Like on purpose? Like
No.
he's something it?
No, he just picked up a gasoline can and spilled it all over himself.
I was like,
It's like,
damn,
you dumb fuck.
I got a story like that.
What does that mean? Like you're committed some arson or something? I don't know if you should necessarily
not
implicate
me.
yourself or what's the
Not
word?
me, not me. I have done back in the day when I was a dumbass bitch. I'm still a dumbass bitch, but like when I was a dumb
But you're
dumbass
learned now.
bitch.
You got a bit of life lessons and skills.
Work in progress.
Right?
But like I
We
feel
all
like
are.
everybody did these things. Like
Mhm.
remember Duster? I feel like everybody did Duster.
What's Duster?
Duster's like that shit that you spray your keyboard with and
Oh, you
like
turn
to
it
get
upside
the
down and
fucking
freeze it?
dust. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's done that. I used to fucking...
Exactly. That's the only thing I've done like that though. I've never like huffed paint and shit.
Oh, I've huffed paint and fucking markers and...
I mean mark, but never to the point where I was like, I'm fucking high. You mean like I never had like blue mouth or nothing like
No.
that.
But I've also done like the nitrous oxide and the balloons and got all fucked up on that at parties and shit and concerts and stuff like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I never did it like
I never fished out though. I've heard people say like, oh yeah, if you could take too much and you fish out and it's kind of like a seizure almost.
Oh.
You're flopping around and shit.
No, I thought this bitch was huffing paint one time and she came over to my house and she's like, can I come in? And I'm like, no, probably not.
Was it just some random ass
but
hoe or like
she
your
was like
pal?
a neighbor, but like
Oh.
I didn't know her at all. I had never met her.
Gotcha.
She's like, can I come in? And I'm like, no. And she had like a kid. And I'm like, what the fuck? But her mouth was like blue. And I'm like, I feel like you just huffed paint. But like also you could have like your son's like lollipop. Like it was mighty blue though. And she was acting mighty strange. She's like, can I come in? I'm like, no. She's like, but my son. And I'm like, sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe she's just eating some blueberries.
She's
or
like,
something.
can I use your phone? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I don't like that when people like.
No.
See, like if somebody,
I think I let her use like some random ass phone that I had. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I ain't doing all that shit. Like, I don't
Yeah.
give a like your son can come in, but you ain't coming in, bitch. Like,
I feel like if she would have came in, like there would have been like people behind her ready to kick in your door.
yeah,
and
like I
fuck
was
shit
just
up.
not. I was just not, and they were like druggy type people. Honestly,
Gotcha.
like it. That's a whole ass thing, but like it was just a lot, and I'm like, fuck no. She's like, can you please just drive me up the road to like my baby daddy house or like her other house or some shit? And I'm like,
Just fucking
okay,
walk,
fine.
bitch.
So I do it, right? And this bitch, dude, goes through the fucking window. And I'm like, I have to leave right now. And I fucking booked it because I was like, what the
So she like crawled out the window like Dukes of Hazzard style.
No, like crawled into the window of the place that I took her to, and I was like, I'm out. Like, I'm
Oh,
out. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm out.
Where was her child at that time?
She was chilling, and she like let it. I don't know. I'm assuming that she let him in the door once she got in or
Ah,
something. But I was
gotcha.
like, I'm out. Like, I don't know what just
Yeah.
happened.
You're almost an accessory to a breaking
I'm
and
like,
entering.
I'm out. I think maybe she did live there. She didn't have the key. I don't fucking know, but I was not trying to find out. I can tell you that. That was too much for me.
I broke into my own parents' house once. When I was like a little, like my mom and my dad was at work and it was the summertime and my mom and brother went somewhere and I know I didn't want to go because I knew it was just going to be a boring ass time and it's just like, I don't want to do that. So I went over to my aunt's house and she was watching me and like at the time my parents all lived like like my mom's house, my grandma's house, my aunt's house, my other aunt's house. It was all kind of like in a row. And I remember being at my aunt's house being bored. I'm like, man, I just want to go home and watch some like cartoons or something on like the TV. So I remember walking outside and then walking back to my house and then trying to, open the door and it's locked. But then I realized the kitchen window was open, but the screen was still there. So I was like, well, and I probably maybe only in like 6, 7.
You were that young?
Yeah, I was probably. I know I was not. I definitely wasn't 10 years old or older. I know that, right? But I knew I was probably more than 5, so maybe 7. So we'll put it in the middle, right?
All right.
And so those like little like gardening shovels, I guess they call them spades, like the real little ones, like you use to like plant some dumb shit, whatever you do with them.
Yeah.
And so I fucking popped the screen out. Number one, I also had to stand on the trash can because the window was tall. So I stood on the trash can, crawled through the back window, and then here I am watching cartoons on the VHS tape that were recorded.
They didn't know.
My mom and brother came home maybe about an hour, and they're like, "Why aren't
What
you at
the
Aunt blah
fuck?
blah blah's house?" I was like, I left." And then apparently they were looking for me. They didn't think to come over to our house.
And that's what started your life of crime. And...
Yeah, I'm pretty good at breaking into houses with spades or shovels or a plant digging tool.
I wish. I about did everything to get into my house last year.
Really?
I locked myself out on the porch.
On your porch?
On my back porch.
Now let me ask you, was it back porch or back patio?
It was like a screened in, like.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I kind of remember your old setup.
Yeah, and like I had a futon out there and like chairs and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And I locked myself out. And I was like literally like trying to break the window, couldn't break the window, trying to break through the door. I'm like looking up shit on my phone and my phone's dying and I like can't get in my fucking house. And I called my friend and she was with some dude that was like, oh my God, is that CreepQueen? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how is this Like, how is this my fucking life right now? Like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm locked out of my fucking house. Like,
you're like famous to that person.
I was like, dude, like, we cannot. Like, hi, how you doing? But like, can somebody like help me get into my fucking house right now?
So did you have to break a window or did you get like a locksmith?
I had to
there?
fucking wait until fucking 9:00 the next morning to call a locksmith because I called like the place I rented from.
Right.
And they were like, we can't help you with that. And I'm like, bro, you have a key. Like the person that you just bought this from would have brought me the fucking key. Like,
right.
She's like, well, we don't do that. Like you have to call a locksmith. I'm like, dude, I've been out here since like 11 p.m. Like, fuck off. And I had to sleep on the fucking futon. It actually fucked my shoulder up for like a year. Like, it was like insane.
Yeah, futons are, you think futons are going to be this badass thing. Like, oh, when you're younger, like, I'm going to get a futon because when I'm in my room, I'm going to have a couch. And then when I want to sleep, I got a bed. And then
like,
you sleep.
That shit fucked my body up.
Yeah, and then you sleep on that motherfucker the first time. You realize, holy shit, what a bad choice.
It was bad.
Was it cold?
I don't feel like it was freezing, but it wasn't comfortable. I don't think I was real comfortable.
Gotcha. Then you got to worry about all the sounds of the animals and shit like that.
That was
All the
fine. I was
bugs.
just like, I need like water. Like my wallet would be cool. I could walk to the store. Like I don't have friends here anymore because everybody's a piece of shit, and like I don't know what to do.
Do you at that old house? Did you have like an outdoor like garden hose like connection hookup thing, like a spigot?
Yeah.
Could have drank water out of that, dog.
Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
Were you and I friends at that time or no? Because I could have
Yeah,
given you.
I feel like yeah. Did we not? Maybe it was like 2 years ago. I feel like it was just last year though.
I don't think it was last year. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe you
I don't
texted me
fucking
and
know.
I didn't want to help you
I was
out.
like, you gotta be fucking kidding. I was so pissed.
What a shitty thing to have happen.
Like it was fine. Like remember when you locked yourself out of the house one day and I was like,
Oh,
you'll be fine.
yeah.
You'll get it in an hour. I was being so salty because I'm like, he's freaking out. He's only delayed like 30 minutes. Like he's fine. Like
Yeah, I remember that.
you didn't have to sleep outside for like 15 fucking hours.
See, the good part is I have I think I had my old Explorer at the time, but it was still I still had like the keypad that I could touch, so I was able
Yeah.
to sit in my car and I had the push button start, but I didn't have my key fob with me, but I was still able to at least turn on the radio.
Really?
Yeah, so then I turned on the radio, I was listening to some shit, and then finally my father-in-law came and gave
So
me
you
some
had the
shit.
time of your fucking life. I'm
didn't
like,
have the
this
time.
bitch doesn't even know struggle.
Well, that is true, but I didn't have the time of
No,
my
I
life.
was just so salty for no reason.
Yeah, I kind of remember you were a little nasty at me.
I was like, you're fine.
Quit bitching. That's hilarious.
Oh god, I was triggered.
You're triggered. He's complaining about being locked out of his house, and it's the summertime. What's he bitching about? I remember one time it was raining. I've locked myself out of my house twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One time it was raining, and I knew my wife was on her way home, so I just stood in the garage because I knew my garage door was open because I was out there
Aw.
earlier in the day, and I was like, I gotta remember to go out there and lock that.
That's good though.
Yeah, so I was just sitting in the garage. I have this little bench out there, and I was hanging out, and I'm like, well, I don't even have my phone, but wife's on her way home, so
That's pretty dope.
she might be startled when I'm coming out of the garage at 3 in the morning. Ah!
Imagine.
Yeah,
She'd kill you.
she would.
She'd be like, intruder.
She would drop kick me.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with her for sure.
Mm-mm. She
I
always,
would not run up on that bitch.
Mm-mm. She always sits there and talks about, I feel like my thighs are fat. And I'm like, your thighs aren't fat. Your thighs are just thick and muscular. And she's
Muscle
like,
as
yeah.
fuck.
Mm-hmm. So she could really fucking...
She just got that face. It's like, if you fuck with me, I
Oh,
will
boy.
destroy you. Like, I would not fuck with that bitch. I love her so much. I would never fuck with her ever, ever, ever.
She has the meanest resting bitch face ever. I tell her that too. I'm like, when you give me that look, I know I need to either stop being annoying because I tend to be annoying from time to time, or I'm, just being overall
Something
aggravated.
has to change immediately.
Yeah. I tend to, like, when I find things that I like to do and I know that it's irritating her, it's not that I'm purposely doing it to irritate her. I'm just enjoying doing the new thing that I'm doing that I found that I like to do. And it tends to annoy her from time to time. Like when I used to do Nikolai, then eventually she grew.
Oh, yeah.
Then eventually Nikolai grew on her, but then when I did it in public,
She was over it.
yeah, some dickhead at the grocery store came up to us and was asking us, I guess he had opened like some wellness center, so it was like a juice bar and, all the, fucking take vegetables and make juices out of it. So he was talking to me about it, and then I'm like, well, it's a perfect time for Nikolai to handle this because I really don't want to do it. So Nikolai starts talking to him. He's like, oh, I know a lot about juice. I'll juice at home. Steroids. And he's like, no, not that type of juice. And then he gave me his card, and it was for a free smoothie or some shit, and gave one to my wife. And she's like, I had to walk away the second you started talking like that idiot. So, yeah. Then I would do it all the time, and then she got annoyed, and not really. Nikolai's been in Russia. Hanging out.
Oh, God.
My split personality. Even though, like, I know we just talked about that. Like, the split personality thingamajigs. And I was not necessarily shitting on it, but...
I mean, you were shitting on it.
No, I was not.
No, I wouldn't say shitting on it.
Hey, I need to stop the recording for 1 second because for some reason I feel like my audio may or may not be recording.
Really? It's just me?
Well, I'm trying to look at the wavy waveform, and because I have it so small, it doesn't look like it's picking up my voice. I haven't hit stop yet, and I know this is not exactly, sexy talk, but...
I have to turn my light on.
Okay, turn your light on. Turn your light on. Turn the light on. She turned it on. I have a red light, but it makes my room look purple because I have a blue wall.
It does look pink. I like that.
It's almost like the color of your hair.
Kitchen, dining room, and bedroom are pink. But I want rope lights.
Get LEDs.
For along my ceiling.
Yeah. Do you got crown molding?
No, I just want them for around my ceiling. And under my bed too.
I feel you.
I fucks with that heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Did it work or no?
Yeah, I never hit stop. I made the stupid thing bigger. And look at it. It's tracking. It's like, it's almost like I'm watching a fucking lie detector test go. I
want to do one of those.
A lie detector test?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I want to. I just don't think it would.
I don't want any dirty laundry coming out.
I don't think anything would happen.
What, you don't think everybody thinks that they can beat lie detector tests. Everybody does.
I'm everybody. No, I wouldn't necessarily think that I could beat it, but there's literally nothing I lie about. So it would just be
well, yeah, it would just determine that. Yeah, she's telling the truth.
Huh?
It would just figure out that you were telling the truth every time.
Yeah, that would be so boring.
Yeah. Say, I don't want to be on no lie detector. Fuck that. The second I get hooked up with that, people are going to start asking questions. I'm going to have to lie a whole lot.
Oh, God. I feel like no one ever takes me seriously, so it's just not something I have to worry about. The things that, I would be, questionable about.
The real skeletons in your closet?
No, if I was I'm gonna fucking kill somebody right
now. And by dead bodies,
nobody would
legit.
Believe me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They'd be okay.
And by skeletons, I mean legit dead bodies.
Actual skeletons.
Yeah, creeps killed.
They'd be all right.
You guys ever watch that show on one of the investigation networks where it's when teens kill? Creep was on that. She got out on a loophole. And by loophole, she blew the judge and he threw the case out.
Oh, God.
If only getting out of trouble was that easy, huh?
I mean, getting a job is.
What, getting a job?
I mean, I've never done that, but I feel
I don't know.
I definitely know for a fact I've gotten jobs because they wanted to see if I would. Do you know what I mean?
It's all right, maybe I can get this girl to blow me.
Do you know what I mean?
Not right now. Yeah. They're I'm gonna hire this girl Dorothy and she's gonna blow me, but not yet. I know she will.
I know for a fact.
Mm-hmm. It's I know she's definitely gonna blow me, but I gotta you know.
Like, I never did. That's disgusting, but
Well, I never blew anyone. Well, that I know of.
for a job.
Well, not for a job, for fun. Oh, shit. No. I don't know.
Wait, would you suck a dick to get out of jail?
No, I'd go to jail.
Okay, what if you were on death fucking row and there's no possible way to get out, no possible way to reduce your sentence, nothing. Like you were in it to win it.
Am I
And
getting...
all you had to do was lick a dick, like from top to bottom, just lick that bitch. Would you lick it?
Well, whose dick is it?
Huh?
Whose dick?
I mean, like a guard.
A guard? He's just gonna let me out and I'll never have to go back?
Nope.
The judge and the guard's like, if you just lick this man's dick.
Just lick it from top to bottom. It's like a good 8-incher.
Now let me ask you this: is this dick infested with any sort of warts?
No, it's clean.
So it's a nice
dick.
clean. Now does this gentleman properly practice proper hygiene?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good ass dick.
So if you saw this dick, you would be like, you know what? I don't want to go to jail and be on death row. I'm gonna pop it in my mouth. That's what you would say.
I'd be like, I'll lick it, I guess.
Oh. Nah, I'll go to jail.
You would?
I would only do something like that for a lot of money. I can sit in jail. I'm already a homebody. Might as well. What else is he? What am I going to do?
You would sit on death row instead of just licking a penis.
I'm not going to admit to anything. I'm not going to be incriminating. I mean, if it's to get out of jail and death row, sure.
You did not make me go through all these questions just to be like, no, I wouldn't have done it anyway.
Well, hell yeah. We got an hour to fill, creep. I mean, there's some things in my past that would definitely send me to jail.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
Well, I'm sure the statute of limitations are over. It's nothing it's nothing bad. I mean, it's more of a prank.
I have one of those, but I can't talk about it.
Oh, I've only talked about this particular prank on an old show, and we didn't have very many listeners, so not too many people heard it.
We all need the tea.
So I'll be very vague about the time frame that this and if I told this story on this show, then fuck. This is
we got nothing. It's over.
Well, no, I mean we've done 56 of them. I mean, eventually I may or you may repeat a story from time to time. I mean, I know that we talked about your silkies 2 or 3 times, but sometimes I forget what exactly silkies are. So when we talk about it, I always like to know. But so I used to go to a lot of house parties and shit, and there was this particular house party where I was at and would frequent, but I never was I never really liked going. I kind of was always like, well, there's gonna be people there that I know, and they're always like, you never come out and party with us anymore, you're always at the bar. That's probably a dead giveaway for some, but well, I was at this party and I'm like, well, I have a bit of a small bladder, so once I start peeing, I'm peeing a lot. And I got the bright idea to open up a shampoo bottle and piss in the shampoo bottle and shake it up and stick it right back in the shower all nice and like I never was there.
At the house party?
Yeah, and I did it every time ever since I did it that first time when I went to that house party. Yeah, I would piss in it at least once.
Why?
I don't know.
Did they make you mad, or was it just funny?
Well, it was funny for me, but
there was no salty bone in your body. You were just I'm gonna do this. It's funny.
No, it was just funny.
Did they ever find out?
I was drunk too. I don't know. Probably burned their eyes.
Oh my god! They used.
They're like shampooing their hair.
It was the only shampoo bottle in there.
The funniest thing is one time I pissed in a Captain America shampoo bottle.
For the kid?
No, that was a joke. No, there was no Captain America shampoo bottle.
I have Elmo bubble bath, so it's believable, okay?
Well, you're still a kid.
Yeah. Why would you go to jail for that?
I don't know if I would.
I feel like you can go to jail for fucking anything these
Well,
days.
I mean, it's not like it was one of those dark, really dark, golden, yellow pisses that smell like complete shit. It was a lot of booze coming in and out of me at that time, so it was like, you know.
So you were dehydrated as fuck, and it was that shitty golden yellow.
No. It was like I got to get all this liquid out, so it's like semi-clear piss. So it was no big deal.
Funny.
Yeah, you know, it was only at least 15 times.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, and I'm sure all the chemicals that were in the soap destroyed any, you know, badness that my piss may have laid in there. But I mean, I would also like open up the toilet tank and piss in that, and piss in their wicker garbage can. And
You pissed everywhere all over their house.
no, just in that one bathroom.
That is fucking funny. And it was your friend, or was it a random person?
It was an acquaintance.
Oh, you said that, I think.
It was an acquaintance where it's like, come on, man, we're all going to this party. You know, everybody wants to hang out. All right.
Fuck you, bro.
No, my favorite.
Put my piss in your face. I wonder, like, the longevity of piss, though. Like, how long does it stay piss?
I mean, I would piss.
Forever?
Well, I don't know, but I would piss in the shampoo bottle and give it a good shake because you don't want it to come out straight water. Like, you know, if like somebody's going to wash their hair and they squirt it in their hand, I don't want it to be, you know, piss. Because then they'll know. I want that satisfaction of knowing that, yeah, you know what? I know they washed their hair with that shampoo. And that shampoo also had my piss in it.
That is so funny. I love that.
Yeah. Teach you to double cross me.
The fuck?
What are you doing?
There was a really long piece of fuzz in my mouth.
Pubes?
No, it was like a jacket, like from this shirt.
I thought you were going to say ejaculate.
Oh, like one of these. Okay, that makes me feel better. I was like, what the fuck is that?
It sounded like you were going to say ejaculate.
Ejaculate?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had ejaculate in my mouth right now.
You hear that, folks? Creep wants you to come in her mouth.
I wouldn't go that far, but all right.
Well, you said you wish, and I'm, you know, trying to bring the sexy back.
I should have some ejaculate in my mouth at like maybe 9:30 p.m.
Ooh, Creep's got a date. Friday night at 8. CreepQueen's got a date.
Oh my god, it's Friday night.
Yeah. Well, no, it's Saturday night.
Wait.
Technically, it's Friday, Creep, but, you know, we're live here on Saturday nights on Demon Seed Radio.
I'm so confused. My head just like spontaneously combusts. Like, like what the fuck?
Well,
I did a bad one time and I want to talk about it, but I'm scared too.
You did a what?
I did a bad. Like, definitely something. Definitely something that, like.
Well, before you get to that, can I?
Not good.
Can I?
I'm not getting into it.
Oh, well, I'm gonna do this real quick. When Creep texts Kris, she says the darndest things. I'm gonna finish this cig because it's been a whole ass day. Also, I didn't actually get any sleep, so I'm delusional. When Creep texts Kris, she says the darndest things. Sorry for those that enjoy when Creep texts Kris and we haven't done them in a while, but...
I was thinking that last episode, like, we really, like, I haven't been funny.
No, you've been funny, but, you know, some people like to hear when you tell me that you're shitting or something.
That's like the first one we've ever had that I wasn't shitting.
Yeah, I figured.
I was gonna text you after that and be like, actually, like, you may have to wait. I may have to shit, but then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna go in and we're just gonna do this, and then I'll fucking figure it out.
It's not good to hold poos.
I shit too much, Kris. I shit too much for one human being. Sometimes I need a break, okay? Sometimes I just need a break.
Listen, that's what I was thinking when I woke up 4 times in fucking a span of an hour and a half to shit. It's awful. Awful, awful. And I know what it was, too. It was a goddamn shitty fucking pizza.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't want to run this company down.
Did you get a heart-shaped pizza?
Fuck no.
Oh. That would have been cute.
Yeah, well, those heart-shaped pizzas are expensive.
Really?
Fuck yeah, for some bunk-ass pizza that's not even like... I want a round or a perfect square. I don't want no fucking heart.
Square pizza fucks me up.
That's what I had. That fucked
fucks me up. It freaks me out. Like, that shit is... like, it's just... No. Like, pizza is not supposed to be a square. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I think it's more of like a lasagna pie at that point.
Oh my god, I'm gonna actually throw up.
I love lasagna. It's delicious.
I love lasagna, but like I just got a visual of like the pizza I hate with like this really shitty like lasagna. I'm gonna throw up.
I haven't thrown up since I had a migraine a few weeks ago. And before that, I don't know.
Last time I threw up was probably the last time I got shitted.
Shit-faced?
I never really puked much when I drank, but every now and then.
That's the worst. I don't bounce back.
You just gotta get it out sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
There's times where I'm like, man, I wish I was 22, 23 again, partying hard like I was, because I never got hangovers. I could be out all night long drinking, go to the fucking diner, eat some shitty fucking food and greasy as fuck, go home, pass out, wake up the next morning. Hey, it's Saturday night. Let's fucking do it all over again. Every weekend in my 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was me, but like 17.
I didn't really party too hard until I turned 21. Like, I'd smoke pot here and there and, you know, sneak some drinks and some beers and drink a whole lot of cough syrup and Robo-Trip, but...
Drink a whole lot of cough syrup.
Oh, yeah. Like, when we couldn't find people to buy us booze, that's what me and my pals would do. We would just go buy the big family-style...
That's why I'm glad I had titties. I could go get anything you wanted from anywhere at 17, because I'd be like, oh, hey. Like, nobody gave a fuck.
Can I see your ID? You'd be like, here, why don't you just pull on that
like,
nipple?
They never even asked. They'd be like, okay, yeah.
See? Guys trying to fuck you.
Hey.
Yeah, we didn't have that not opportunity, that accessory. I mean, I got tits, but it's because I'm fat.
Around. I'm pretty sure that's why I had any friends at all. They were like, don't get rid of her.
Let's hang out with the big weirdo, or the big titted weirdo. I can't talk either.
That's so
She's
funny.
Strange. I don't like her.
That just creeped me the fuck out. I was like, the fuck.
She's weird.
The fuck.
So, I haven't been, what's the word? Mum. Everybody knows I'm traveling soon.
Yeah, hell yeah. Whoop whoop.
I get a nice little
vacation.
I know.
What's up?
And those that have been with us for a while now know that I have a bit of a fear of flying. Hate it. It's not something that I enjoy doing, so to make my flight a little bit more enjoyable, I get a good first class seat.
Hell yeah.
I do love that leg room.
Bougie as fuck.
I ain't bougie.
Bougie-rooney.
Oh, all right. Anyways, so I get this nice little alert on my phone. Uh-oh. I'm looking at it. This fucking airplane, mind you, it's a Delta flight, and your old pal Kris is going to be flying on Delta. Fucking the turbulence was so bad, it caused this airplane to nosedive twice. Caused shit to get all dislodged and thrown around. Some people went to the hospital. I send that story to Creep. She's laughing at me. She's like, you're going to die. Ah, ha, 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 ha. That's going to be you. She didn't say that. But that's what I thought she was going to say. I thought she was going to be real, like, unsupportive of her friend.
I am always supportive.
That is true.
Just usually with things that people don't want to hear.
Oh, flying is frightening. And after I watched that video, I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can't find like the video. I just found like the remnants.
Like, I don't think there was a video of it actually happening, because I know there was a video.
I kept looking for one.
I don't think if as much as I want a viral video or, you know, a whole bunch of attention to my Twitter, the last thing during a nosedive I'm going to think of is, you know what, I need to record this for my social media accounts.
I'm so surprised though, because there's so many people that do things like that.
Yeah, but when you're fucking 30,000 feet in the sky and you're fucking
That would be
nosediving,
terrifying though. Like I thought about it.
that's scary as a motherfucker.
That's scary as fuck. Because even just like I flew on fucking Spirit one time, and that's just scary.
Fuck Spirit.
Like that shit is like a paper airplane, and like you look at it and you think it's gonna fall apart. Like that is that was so terrifying for me. Like I literally thought I was gonna die, and we had really bad turbulence, and I really just didn't think the plane could like withstand it like at all.
See,
like that was terrifying. Like nose diving or like being like actually like where we have a fucking emergency, like forget it. Like no.
See, I watched this. There's this dude on YouTube, and I'll give him a plug just because like I really like his videos. His name's Jeb Brooks, and he does these YouTube videos like he basically reviews like airlines and his flight, and he's like a flying enthusiast. And I like his videos because, you know, he doesn't ever look terrified or panicked. Like, you know, you see his, you know, the turbulence bouncing him around, and it's like, oh, you know, everything's cool. So then I started looking up things on how to get over turbulence and videos and stuff like that. So I found this one video, this guy talking about turbulence and explaining what happens and stuff like that. And he says, now, if you're still scared of turbulence even after that, I suggest my patients to use this as their mantra, that when they're going through turbulence, that it's okay and that you should close your eyes and say this over and over in your head. And the mantra, he said, was, even though turbulence is uncomfortable, it's not unsafe. So when I first saw that video and then they're talking about that the reason why that plane nosedived was because of the turbulence, the first thing I wanted to do is find that fucking doctor and punch him square in the nose and then show him that video and be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Turbulence is unsafe.
Do you really think it was turbulence though? Like really? Think of how much turbulence every motherfucking plane goes through. Like, I don't think it was like we hit some bad turbulence. Like, there was no, like, no. Like, I don't buy that for a fucking minute.
I would think that if it wasn't turbulence, I think it would have came out like, you know, we were flying and everything was fine and we just nosedived. But I think like, you know, I don't know. Turbulence is, everybody's always like, just look at it like you're on a bus on a bumpy road. But it's like, I think the one other reason why my fear of flying is as bad as it is, because like I can ride in a bus and, you know, be on the bumpiest fucking road and not give a shit, and the driver could be drunk. I don't give a fuck. But the reason,
you ain't thinking about falling the whole way down though.
That's true. But the reason why that flying is frightening is that, you know, when you're on a bus, you could still look forward and see out the windshield, and you know,
yeah,
like I can only look to my left and right, and I'm pretty.
Like,
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, all I'm gonna see is, you know, blue skies and clouds or whatever, but
it's like unsettling for sure,
and
like that lack of control. Like even just like on the subway, like
I've never been on the subway.
Like the subway is, I fucking love the subway. Like I would gladly move back to Boston and ride the subway all day.
I've been on the the monorail at Disney World. That's cool.
But like you can't see shit because half the time you're in a tunnel, so it's dark on both sides, and you're not in the front, so you can't see like the windshield. And like so many times I'd be like, bro, I just got a feeling we're gonna like hit another fucking
train.
Yeah,
or
like all the time.
Jumps
but like
on the tracks.
Only if I really thought about it, it would freak me out. It didn't like scare me to be on the subway. But if you start thinking about shit like that, like it consumes you.
Yeah, I'm a fucking anxiety-riddled motherfucker.
Yeah.
My anxiety never really wasn't as bad up until like a couple years ago, and
yeah,
I'll leave that part of my life because it has to do with like work shit, kind of like private. So, yeah. Not trying to say work causes my anxiety, but work definitely stepped my anxiety up to where I've never felt it before.
Yeah.
So, if anybody knows if I can, you know, collect disability, let me know. At Mr. Kris Steele. There's times where I think, man, I'd love to just be like one of these people that collect disability and don't have to work and just hang out at home. Because I got some friends that fucking work the system, and it's worked in
Yeah.
their favor really fucking well, and I hate that I'm paying for them. But then again, I see that they're having a good time. It's like, well, I don't blame them.
That's like the third time I've talked about that this week.
What, disability?
Yeah, just like people doing it, or like if somebody needs it, or like people that don't need it. Like everything's been happening in threes this whole fucking week. It's been really fucking me up.
3's my favorite number.
Like fucking me up.
That's why I got a tattoo on my forehead that says combo meal number 3 with fries. For reals.
Interesting. Ow.
I would only get a face tattoo if I won the lottery.
I'll get a face tattoo yesterday.
You're gonna get an ice cream cone like that rapper?
Like all my friends that do tattoos won't tattoo my face. So I'm like, you want me to go to some random person and get like an infected ass face and lose half my face, or do you want to just do it?
They don't want to do it because they think you have a pretty face.
They're like, we're not doing it. Like, you're gonna regret it. Like, we're not fucking doing it. Like, we love you and we're not fucking doing it. I think like if I was like, I just want something small. Like if it was like small and like in my hairline and like not really a face tattoo, I think they'd do it. But they won't give me like a face tattoo.
Why don't you get like a mole like Madonna had?
Fuck all that. My face is ugly the fuck enough. Like
But instead of a mole, maybe make it like a star or like
I used to have a fucking Monroe
or a pentagram.
piercing. That shit was ugly. I'll find some pictures of that
You
shit.
didn't like
That
your
shit was
Monroe?
bad. I wore that Monroe for way too long of my life to think that was cute.
Shit, I've had my labret piercing in since I was fucking 18. I'm
Ugh.
37. I have never taken this motherfucker out for longer than a day.
But that's not as ugly as a Monroe. Monroes are fucking ugly.
Have you ever seen anybody that's got their fucking like their gum pierced?
They're smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like I don't get it because like most of the time you can't see it and you know it doesn't feel good. Like I would pull on that shit. Like I pulled on my Monroe. I got a huge ass scar. Like I would pull it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
And nobody sees it, and it's like the smallest little thing. But I know like mad people that have it and love it. So like okay, like I don't know. Do you do weird sex tricks with it? Like I just don't see like
Yeah, like the only thing I could think of like
good or
like if you're like blowing a dude and you fucking rub the head of his dick across it, maybe that might feel good. But
then you're gonna.
yeah. But see, then you're also cheese grating his dick at the same time.
Like I just still don't think that that's like
Yeah, maybe that doesn't feel
fun.
good. You know, I will say this, like I'm really kind of sad that in my single life I've never gotten a girl to blow me the head or tongue pierced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never known if that felt better with her with a piercing or not.
I don't know.
You got your tongue pierced, creep?
No.
Oh. I'm trying to get blown.
Definitely fucking not. That's like the one thing I will never get pierced. Like you can pierce me from head to fucking toe, but you are never piercing my tongue. Like that shit freaks me the fuck out.
I wanted to get my tongue pierced, but I also bit through my tongue when I was a little kid, so I got
Like,
scar tissue
fuck
there.
that. Like fuck all of that. Like my tongue is the one part of my body that I can like feel like a regular human, I think. And like fuck that. Like
Well, the tongue is also one of the fastest healing. I don't know if it's like a muscle.
you gotta eat like certain things. Like
appendage.
no, you gotta like that shit swells up. No.
Mm-hmm.
What if it gets infected? You fucked.
Well, that's why you always have biotine and you rinse your mouth out every time you eat or drink something like you're supposed
It's like
to.
I've been talking about like labiaplasty and like all kinds of like surgeries and shit.
Labiaplasty.
But like no,
Getting
like
your
just
cooch tightened
no.
up.
Like I would be the person that shit fucks all the way up on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's like if they ever really perfect the like making a dude's dick bigger, I don't think I would ever fuck with that.
I just like
It's my dick. I'm fine with it.
good. Like there's no part of my body that needs to be changed so much that I would risk it like fucking up.
You don't
like
want, you don't want ass
you know
implants?
What I mean? Hell no, bro. I was looking those up because somebody didn't believe me that people were putting like caulk in that shit.
Huh? Oh,
People
yeah.
are putting, like-
I've heard about
So I
that.
was talking about that, and they were like, no. And I looked it up, like it's real. Like there was this fucking guy in Florida who was pretending to be a doctor, fake doctor in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
put cement cement in this girl's ass and she died.
Dumb bitch. No offense.
Like, I just don't understand.
Look, if
like,
here's the thing.
And that's in Florida. Like, that's not even like going to another country to save money. That's like,
it doesn't matter if you're in the United States or if you're wanting plastic surgery and you're like, man, this guy said he can give me ass implants for $250. That's so much cheaper than going to a real doctor and spending $9,000. If you're doing that, you're stupid. You deserve what badness happens to you. It's like
I know lots of people who have had a lot of surgeries and like that is dope. Good for you. Love you. Like love your body. It's great. Support that. But like,
do it professionally. Don't go to some fucking.
Don't be fucking dumb about that shit.
Yeah, you don't.
That shit scares me. Like it's not for me. I don't give a fuck who does it. But I would get maybe like not even surgery, like the basic ass shit, like Botox and like lip injections and shit. You know what I mean? But I would never in my whole life be put under
anesthesia.
I can't say that word right now. That is like, like that scares me. Like if I ever give birth, that shit's all natural as fuck. I am not doing no.
Well, you don't go under.
That's gonna leave me as paralyzed. Like no.
Like the cool thing, I'll say this because I've had a couple of surgeries now in my life. The cool thing about anesthesia is like, I mean, it's almost instant. You are out cold.
That is scary. What if you just don't come back? What if he's having a bad day? What if he didn't have enough coffee? What if he's in a fight with his wife? What if his fucking...
Oh, well, you ain't gonna feel it.
Unless he kills you.
You ain't gonna feel that. You ain't gonna feel it. You're out. You don't feel nothing.
Yeah, but like, what if?
What if what? I get too much and I die, then I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about that.
What if it's like worse than that?
So like it's
like I go to like my sleep paralysis. Like if I had fucking episode like that while I was put under, forget it, dude. I would literally kill myself.
No, you don't dream. You don't dream.
But like, how do you know?
I know. I've had surgeries.
Like, what if they give you too much? Or what if they don't give you... Like, there's just so many variables.
Okay, you wake up in the middle of surgery, they'll fucking shoot you up again. They'll give you a little bit more.
It's just stressful.
Honestly, that's the cool thing about surgery is because it's like you're so scared. Then the next thing you know, you're waking up. You're like, holy shit.
That's like, but what if you just don't wake up? Like, was it worth it, bro? Like,
yeah, well,
no.
Whatever. I'm not fucking getting tits put in or ass implants. I ain't got nothing to worry about that.
Do you have your wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
Inside of you?
Uh-huh.
Inside of you.
Yeah.
Do you have your wisdom teeth inside of you?
Why do you think I'm so fucking smart, creep? Jesus Christ. Ugh. That stupid joke.
I don't know. I'm just...
No. Surgeries, I'm not trying to be light about surgery. It's still scary. It's still...
No, I mean, I'm the only person I know that's like, fuck that. Like...
It's weird because it's like the things that stress me out and scare me, like flying and roller coasters, but like, you know, surgery and shit like that, whatever. Like, I still get scared getting a fucking piercing and a tattoo before I actually have it done.
I get scared to go to fucking sleep at night. Like, there's no way in fucking hell. Like, like my biggest fucking fear is going to sleep. Like, I would fucking kill myself.
I love sleep. I need more sleep. I've been taking melatonin.
That just fucks me up. Like, just...
I take the gummies and they're delicious. I always want to eat more.
I hear like that they work for a lot of people, honestly.
It helps.
But I hear you have to take it for like a long time before it starts like really like helping. Is that true?
Probably. I don't know. I think there's also a lot of placebo effect to it too.
Oh, word.
So
they're probably just like Flintstone gummies.
They are good, but they're fucking expensive and you don't get a whole lot. I need to check Costco and see what they got. Fuck Sam's Club. I switched.
Tell me why I got a BJ's membership and I don't even have a fucking BJ's anywhere near me.
Tell me why last week I saw a motherfucking commercial for Bojangles Chicken and the nearest Bojangles Chicken is West Virginia. I'm in Detroit. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy shit. Because you talk about how good it is, and I have friends that talk about how good it is, and then I see that commercial. I'm like, it's here, and I Google where's the nearest Bojangles to me. The nearest Bojangles is in West Virginia. I'm like, motherfucker, why is this on TV?
I just had Bojangles yesterday.
Whatever.
I didn't mean to yell that at everyone. I'm sorry. I got really excited.
Why are you screaming?
Oh God, why do I do anything? I'm trying to find out why people get smiley piercings. I'm gonna ask my friend right now. We're gonna settle this.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to settle it.
Well, we'll settle it next week.
Ooh, you hear that, folks? It's a teaser.
Is it rude to ask that?
No.
Why did people even get that thing that you got?
Well, I mean, maybe it's rude.
I mean, I guess that's the same as like, why are you a whore now? Like, you know.
Because it's fun. Yeah, I'll save it for next week.
What?
Just
shit. Did you tell all the stories you wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I'm about to hit button number 2 here, folks.
Shit, bro. I'm sorry.
Well,
I hope you feel better, hun.
that's what you get.
I asked her.
It's been a hell of a show.
I feel like it's only been 5 minutes. Like, I'm so confused right now.
Oh, it's been 57 minutes.
Oh, did you hear that? I'm sorry.
That was gross. I need a new soundboard. My soundboard program is not very good. It's starting to get laggy and not so grandiose, if that makes sense. But I can't buy anything because I'm going on a trip here soon, so gotta save my money for souvenirs.
Whoop whoop.
I'm gonna buy me a tiki toss.
Oh, you should get a shark in a jar, motherfucker.
I saw that last year.
I have like 3.
They're gross looking.
Ah! Cover your ears, sweetie. He didn't mean it.
Yeah. Creep!
Yeah, was that weird?
No. Can't expect anything less.
Find me at creepqueen.com. Follow me on Twitter at creepxqueen and add my Snapchat, creepqueenxxx.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fucking A. Fucking A. My belly hurts. Follow me on Twitter, folks, where you can learn all sorts of fun and interesting facts because I am the truth sayer. At Mr. Kris Steel, that's MrKrisSteel. And our Twitter, Double P Show. And on Instagram, at Double P Podcast, I think. I don't know. Folks, this has been an outrageous episode. We talked about shit, piss, and fears of flying. And sharks in a jar. But we're out of time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for rating and reviewing. And thank you for being a friend.
Hello, I am your announcer, Bethany. Please remember to rate and review 5 stars on iTunes. Rating and reviewing helps out the show. Thanks for listening to the Double Penetration Podcast with your hosts, Creep and Steel on Demon Seed Radio Network.